Yo, what is happening, boys? Welcome to the round two playoffs edition preview. Uh, Listen, man, the first round of the playoffs was actually electric. Shout out to all you boys. I think honestly, that was probably one of the highest first rounding scorers we've ever seen. I'll go back, like I said the last episode, but like I said, 130 to 150, 139 to 134, 121, and then fifth kind of sold with 75. But we're not haters. He had a great run to get there, 10-4. Kind of shed the bed there, but what can you do? Can't win them all. All right, now we'll jump into the second round. We'll see if the second round can stay just as hot as the first. Shit, we'll see. Honestly, both these matchups. I'm not gonna say both these matchups because this matchup right here, I think is elite. Um, Battle of the previous champions. We have a two-time champion versus the reigning champion, Joey. Joey won last year. Gabe is two championships. I mean, shit. Both of these teams are extremely dominant this year. Looking at Joey's team, his matchups are pretty good. He's got Stafford against Seattle, though. That might be tough, especially with Devontae down. They might start. Who knows what they're gonna do there? Um, no, but Gabe's team actually has phenomenal matchups, bro. Hurts in Washington, Henderson in Baltimore should be absolutely free. CNC in Indy, Indy's falling apart. Could be free eats for him. Gainwell will probably get something against Detroit. It's probably gonna be a high scoring game. Probably lean on him at some point. But yeah, should be an extremely great game here. ESPN thinks Gabe is gonna get smacked his kid Joey around. They predict 114 to 84 right now. But Joey doesn't have a kicker in there. His kicker's out. Um, ESPN doesn't think it's gonna be close, like I said. Quentin Johnson's supposed to be out. That's why. Then you gotta slide Rico in. When he slides Rico in, and potentially Marv, so it should be closer than ESPN thinks because he's got a couple things he needs to adjust. But I think honestly, I think Gabe has the advantage here with his matchups. I think the Henderson against Baltimore is free. Eagles against Washington will probably be free too. Like I said, game one might get something against Detroit. So Joey, I really think back's kind of against a wall here. Seattle's a rough game for your quarterback to be going against. San Fran's pretty good defensively. They have a lot of injuries, so JT he'd probably be all right. Even though he's been back to earth recently. Without Dimes, it's been kind of scary. He's had 11, 11, 13, and 7 since the bye. So, is JT back to earth? Joey needs a bounce back. If Joey can have a resurgent JT game, he has a chance, but it's looking a little scary now. I think I'm going to have to go with Gabe on this one. So, shout out to you, Gabe. I'm going with you in this one. Reach another championship here. Potentially bring home a third. Should be really, really interesting. We might have to start calling this kid Mr. December or something, man, honestly. We'll see. And then the second matchup here, I don't think it's as good of a matchup. I think that first matchup is elite, and this one, honestly, they're both super underdogs. It's a 6 and a 7, so both of these kids upset the 2 and the 3. So like you have to put respect to their names. ESPN, the people, the world, nobody expected these kids to win. They both won. Luke had a fucking hell of a day too, 139 to 134, I believe. Super, super great. And looking at his matchups, Kyron against Seattle, it's kind of tough. ETN against Denver, very tough. Jettis against the Giants. Rice against Tennessee. Without Mahomes, who knows? Rice without Mahomes is going to be extremely interesting to see. Gardner Minshew's not bad. He'll probably start slinging that thing, but he's definitely not going to be Mahomes. Maybe he'll start throwing more, actually, take more chances. Who knows? Mike Wilson probably going to be ass if Marv is back. But maybe you start Shaheed. It's kind of scary in that matchup. Like I said, bro, this matchup is way less. I don't want to be a dickhead, but let's just say I think the other matchup's going to be more of a heavy hitter. That's what I'll say. But Rod, on your side, A-Chain against Cincy is going to be fucking monstrous. Juwan against the Colts, probably pretty good. Parkinson has been a hidden gem, bro. Kid has been a freaking dog recently. Came out of nowhere, and it's just been frying. He had 22 last week, 10 the week before, 12 a couple weeks ago. Like he's been a dog. Tracy is also back to life. Could be very interesting for Rod, especially if London can come back. London is questionable now. If Drake London can come back, Rod is a real interesting chance to win this shit. But alone right here, I think he has way better matchups than Luke. So I'm going to go with Rod to advance to this championship. I think we're going to see a Gabe versus a Rod championship. I don't think any soul in the preseason would have predicted that. Rod, genuinely, I thought you were going to be one of the worst teams in the league. So, way to prove me wrong. Stick by your guns. Do what you got to do. I'm honestly proud of you. Way to do it for the armed services here, kid. Good shit, honestly. Alright, now let's talk about the Ashrape Cup. The ASRP Cup. So we're looking at the 8 versus the 11 seed. Left versus Sweeney. This is going to be an interesting one because Sweeney has been on his fucking P's and Q's recently. This kid's average, he's supposed to get 110 this week. Let me look at his matchups. Watson against Chicago, probably going to fry. Watson's been a dog recently, but I think he got hurt last week. We'll see if he plays. Chase Brown against Miami, probably going to fry. Gibbs is due for that 3-touchdown game. I feel like that's going to be humongous. Gibbs goes 0 touchdown, 3 touchdowns, 0 touchdown, 3 touchdowns for past, like, I don't know how long, but it's been a long time. So if that streak continues, should be real scary for left. Let me go take a gander at his team. He's predicted 105. So, not a slouch. Like I said, bro, like the ASRP Cup, it's supposed to be, honestly, I feel like very elite games. I feel like this is better than the last matchup I just said with I don't want to keep being a dickhead to them because honestly, it's very, very impressive. They're both there, but I feel like Left and Sweeney's a heavy hitter. But Left has got James Cook in Cleveland is going to be a hard one. Maybe he can get some receiving work. Bucky in Carolina is also kind of tough. DK in Detroit might get some action. He'll probably get a touchdown, maybe 2. Predicting it now. Waddle Cincy. We'll see if Quinn Ewers can actually get that kid going. Tua's been pretty butt cheeks. So we'll see what Ewers is like. Who knows? Genty in Houston is also going to be kind of a tough matchup. Sheesh, you've had a lot of tough matchups here left. I hate to say it, but like your team is phenomenal, but you have a lot of tough matchups. ESPN is giving you a lot of high scores for those tough matchups too, which I don't think you're going to get. Like 17 from Cook in Cleveland, I just don't see. I don't see it all. So I'm going to have to go with Sweens on this one, man. But you're a competitor. Great team. The 8 seed, you had a bye last week. So we'll see if you can shock the world here. Win the shit anyway. But, yeah, good shit. And then we got Pete versus Beaudry. The 10 versus the 9. Honestly, a shit talker's delight, man. These kids want to call themselves the 1 and the 2 shit talkers in the league. I think they're just full of themselves, especially this kid Repeat. Especially Repeat. His team, he scored 150 last week, but his team is projected 87. Not good. Not good at all. And he's hoping on a Woody Marks legacy game, but Woody Marks is yet to practice. It's only Wednesday. We'll see if it changes, but he has yet to practice. Kamara also has not practiced. He's got him at his flex. I don't think Ricky has practiced either. Dude, he might be actually cooked. He might have to go with Keon Coleman or Ollie Gordon. He might actually have to play those kids this week if those kids aren't out. So that's disgusting. But looking at only the people he can play, Drake May in Baltimore actually might be really good. I could probably see him getting a couple touchdowns. He ran 2 in last week, I believe. Probably won't do that again. Might throw a couple though. Shut that hell up. Tony Pollard and KC, actually kind of a tough matchup. KC's not an easy defense to go against, especially for a running back. Especially like if your running back is like the only guy in the team who's doing anything, because Cam Ward sucks balls. James Williams in Pittsburgh, actually gonna fry. He'll probably cook. BTJ in Denver, BTJ is not even good in general. Put him in Denver, he's gonna be terrible. Terrible. Pitt's coming off a 40 ball, probably not gonna do any good. I'm projecting like 8 points, maybe less. So yeah, Pete, I see you getting absolutely fucking fried this week. Looking at Beaudry's team, he's rejected 105, so absolutely projected the shit on you here. He got Dart in Minnesota. He's gonna fry Luke and all of Luke's hopes and dreams. Even though I low-key hope he get a loss. I want that number 1 pick. That would be fire. Jacobs in Chicago is gonna work those boys. Chicago is terrible defensively. Swift was really good against Cleveland last week, so we could see if he follows it up. Same thing against Green Bay. Even though last week it was a weather game, so I feel like that could influence why he got so many touches. Nico, he did pretty good last week. Maybe he's finally alive. That would be really, really interesting for Beaudry. Maybe he could win this championship. Ted, he's doing all right. So yeah, Beaudry, I honestly think this one's kind of free for you. It's gonna be a shit talker's delight. Pete's already talking to him, saying he's gonna do. I'm not even gonna repeat what he said, but he said some foul shit in the ASR Cup chat, ASRP Cup chat. Jeez, say that shit 10 times fast. But yeah, should be electric. I predict we're gonna see Sweens versus Beaudry in the championship, but we'll see in the ASRP championship. And then who did I say the other one? I said. And then I said Gabe versus Rod. Yeah, so we'll see if I'm right. Should be real interesting. And yeah, good luck to you boys. A lot on the line here. This is really where it all comes down to. Losers become winners. Winners become losers. Rod, I've been a hater all year. Luke, I've been a hater all year. See if you boys can shut me up. Become a champion. No one in the league could talk shit anymore. I feel like you two boys in general, out of the people left in the playoffs, get a lot of shit. So if you two boys can do something, let a lot of people know. So yeah, good luck, boys. Till next week. Peace.